there, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a chill yoga stretch. So today's practice is going to be more on the relaxing side. So we're not even going to stand up. So we're just going to be doing some stretches laying down, some stretching and sitting. Sometimes I feel like I just want to flow where it's more chill and we're not doing anything crazy. So maybe you feel like that as well, particularly on days where you're on your rest days, but maybe you want a little bit of movement in your body. This is a really nice practice. Or on days that you just feel like you just want to stretch a little bit and not do anything crazy. So that's what we're doing today, a nice chill yoga stretch. And with all that said, we're going to start laying on our backs. Okay, so start by laying on your back with your knees bent, feet planted on the floor. You could have the palms up or the palms down. Close your eyes for a moment. Just tune into your breath. Allow the body to relax on the ground, feeling into gravity, pulling you down toward the earth. Just take a moment, becoming present on your mat. And then you can either open the eyes, you could keep them closed if that's comfortable and you want to stay within for a little longer. And we're just going to take some windshield wipers with the legs. So you're going to drop the legs over toward the right and then move them over to the left. Just moving back and forth at whatever pace feels good for you and keeping it pretty gentle. We're not like cranking into it right now. Just finding a little bit of movement. Go ahead and take one more each direction. And come back to stillness. Still keeping the knees bent, feet planted on the floor. We're going to do 5 lifts into a bridge. I know I said this is a chill yoga stretch. We're keeping this chill. It's nothing crazy. It's just to start to activate those muscles in the legs, just to get a little blood flow in there before we move into our stretches. Okay, so you're going to press through the heels, lift the hips up, lift the arms up. You don't even have to go super high, whatever feels good, and then lower back down. Okay, at your own pace, keep going. You got 5 of them. Sometimes it even feels nice to lift a little higher. It works the legs a little more, but it kind of opens up the body, feels good. Only 5. I have 2 more. Keeping your breath steady. Okay. And once you complete your 5, you're going to straighten the left knee, hug the right knee in toward the chest. So you're holding the right shin, pulling the right knee in. Keep the upper body relaxed on the ground. Just giving the right leg a hug, and then switch sides. Left leg pulls in, right leg goes out straight. So the right leg's relaxed on the ground. Giving the left leg a hug. Switch back to the right. And back to the left. And then hugging both knees in. Holding on to the shins, keep that upper body relaxed on the ground. Also keep the low back on the ground right now. Try to let go of any tension in the shoulders. Letting that upper body be relaxed on the earth as you hug the legs in. 2 more breaths here. And then relax the legs down. Knees still bent. Bring the feet together. Arms are going to go out into a T shape. If you don't have that room, you could always put the arms into cactus as well. Go ahead and drop the knees over to the right, looking over toward the left. And breathe. With our chill yoga stretch flow today, you could really go as deep as you want in the poses we're going to do. But I do suggest for this first twist right here, just go gently. Let's just keep both knees bent here. We're not crossing the legs. Still just allowing the body to warm up a little bit. Take one more breath. And then slowly bring the legs over to the other side, dropping the knees over to the left, looking toward the right, breathing into the right rib cage, working to let go of any tension in the hips. Three more breaths here. Last breath. And then start to bring the legs back up to center, bringing the arms back down. And then you're going to roll onto your side. Use your hands, walk yourself up to a seated position. So you're just going to be in easy pose, a cross-leg position here. Hold onto the shins, and we're just going to take some seated cat-cows just to find a little movement in the spine. Okay, so draw the shoulders down and back, look up gently into a cow position, and then relax. You could just go to neutral if you want to work back and forth from just like neutral into your cow, or you can round back into your cat, even dropping the head down. And then coming back to cow, go ahead and move on and off at your own pace, either from cow to neutral or through cat and cow. You can even close your eyes, really kind of tuning into this chill vibe of this yoga flow. Just easing into some movement with our body. Go ahead and take one more. And everyone go ahead and come into cow. Take an extra breath here. Relax the spine back to neutral. And let's take a side bend stretch. So the left hand goes down at your side, right arm overhead, bending to the left. Keep the left shoulder down away from your ear. Extend through the right fingertips. Breathe. When you keep your alignment like this, you don't even need to go so far over. You can kind of feel really as much of a stretch by keeping yourself even higher if you're keeping your alignment in the ways I just suggested. Go ahead and switch sides, right arm down, left arm overhead. Slightly bend to the right, left hand overhead, reaching through the left fingertips, right shoulder down away from your ear. Breathe into the left side body. Last breath. Come back up and we'll take a twist. So right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you, twisting to the left. Your gaze could be back over your left shoulder. Trying to keep the breath steady. Find length in the spine as you move into your twist. One more breath. Go ahead and come back through center, switch sides, left hand holds onto right knee, right hand behind you, twisting to the right. Find length in the spine as you move into your twist. Gaze over the right shoulder, breathe here. 2 more breaths. Last breath. And slowly unravel, coming back to center. Moving into Janu Sirsasana. So the right leg is out straight, left leg comes in. So you're in like this figure 4 kind of shape. Adjust yourself so that you feel like your sit bones are pretty relatively even on the earth. Face the right leg, so you're going to have your hands bordering the right leg. Twist to turn to face the right leg. So we're not actually twisting right now here. We're just working to face the right leg. Breathe, holding here. You can either stay here or option for a forward fold. If you have a hard time keeping the spine straight with the knee straight, then don't forward fold. If you feel like you're kind of like this, trying to keep this knee straight, then go ahead and find a bend in this right knee And just work on sitting up tall and then work on straightening that knee as much as you can while keeping the spine up straight. And anyone in the forward fold, find length in the spine as you fold forward. Breathe into the right hamstring. Also, if you're in that forward fold, think about finding lift through the right rib cage to keep you facing the right leg. Two more breaths, whichever variation you're in. If you're forward, walk yourself up. And we're just going to take a side bend. So you can either place the right elbow on the right thigh and then reach the left arm overhead and breathe here. Or if you would like a little bit more, you can bring the right elbow to the floor, and that'll be a little deeper of a variation. So your choice, breathe into it. One more breath. Come on up. And this time we are going to take a little twist. So the left hand is going to go to the outside of the right thigh, right hand behind you, twisting to the right. Keep length in the spine as you twist. Breathe. And then release and switch sides. Left leg straightens out, right leg comes in. Janu Sirsasana on the other side. Adjust the sit bones so you feel even on the ground. Hands border the left leg, facing that left knee. Breathe here first. And then move into your variation. So maybe you stay here, or maybe you take the forward fold. What does your body need today? If you're in the forward fold, just being mindful of not letting the left rib cage collapse down, keeping it lifted as you find length in the spine. Two more breaths. If you're folded, walk yourself up and then take your side bend. So either a left arm or left elbow to the left thigh, right arm reaches overhead, or left elbow to the floor on the inside portion of the left leg. Breathe. One more breath. Go ahead and come back up. Take the twist, right arm to the outside of the left thigh, left arm behind you, twisting left. One more breath. Come back to neutral. Bring the left leg in so you're in Baddha Konasana. Bound angle pose, so both feet together, knees out to the sides. Hold on to the ankles. Everyone just sit up nice and tall here first. Taking a moment. And then you have the option, so you could stay here or you could take your forward fold. If you're in the fold, finding length in the spine as you fold forward. Keep breathing. We're going to hold a little longer. If you're folded forward, you can now either stay with that forward fold, finding length in the spine, or you can kind of just let yourself melt down and let your back round. Two more breaths, whatever variation you're in. Okay, and everyone, if you're forward, walking yourself up, and And then everyone, go ahead and bring the legs out of that position. You're gonna come to all fours and then lower your way down to make your way onto your stomach. Once you're there, prop up on the elbows. So your choice today. So if you want to have the elbows a little further out in front of you to make your sphinx a little more kind of relaxed, you could do that, but still work to keep the shoulders down away from your ears. Or if you want traditional sphinx, you're gonna have the palms facing down, elbows under your shoulders, and breathing. Okay, so they're pretty similar. It's just a little variation in where you're keeping your elbows. It'll change how much extension you're getting through your lumbar spine. 3 breaths. And relax down. Roll onto your back from here. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of a side bending stretch here, laying on our back. So really to stretch through the entire side of the body on each side. So to start, knees are bent, okay? You're gonna shift your hips, so lift up a little, shift your hips to the right, relax back down. Okay, so you're kind of in this awkward shape. If this doesn't feel good for your lower back, then stay in neutral and you could just work through extending the body with the hips in neutral, okay? Straighten the legs out, cross the right leg over the left, extend your arms up, hold on to the right wrist with the left hand, and then you're gonna pull that right wrist, you're side bending a little bit to the left, extending through the legs, and you're gonna get this nice stretch along the right side of your body. Breathe into it. Like I said, you can keep the hips straight and just, like if it didn't feel good to do the shift, you could still have the leg crossed, arm up, and just working to find length through the body instead of doing that side bending stretch, okay? Okay, go ahead and relax out of that. So bringing the legs back to neutral, unravel the arms, bend the knees, lift up the hips a little, and then just allow yourself to come back down so you're in neutral again. Okay, other side. So lift up a little, hip shift to the left, straighten the legs out, left leg crosses over, reach the arms up, hold onto the left wrist with the right hand, and finding that side bending stretch. So pulling through the left wrist, maybe bending a little bit more to the right, extending through the legs. Allow that left side of the body to open, or just finding length in neutral. Breathe here. Two more breaths. Release the arms, release the legs, bend the knees, lift up, bring the hips back to neutral, okay? And then reach the arms overhead without any clasp of the wrists. Lift the hips all the way up into bridge just to reset the pelvis, and lower yourself back down. Hands come back down at your sides, extend the legs out, moving to Shavasana. Tuck the shoulders underneath you, relax back down. Backs of the hands on the earth, palms facing up, eyes closed. Tune into the breath. Just letting go here. Letting everything relax. Again, feeling how gravity roots you down toward the earth. How if you tune into it, you can really just let go of any tension in your muscles. Letting yourself melt down. So we'll just take another minute or two here in Shavasana. As always, if the mind is wandering, just bring your awareness back to the breath. can start to gently wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing your awareness back to the physical body. Bring the legs together, arms overhead, find length through the entire body, extend through the fingertips, point through the toes, and then bend your knees, roll onto one side, keeping the bottom arm straight out to rest the head on that arm. And then use your hands to walk yourself back up into a seated position, easy pose. Hands in prayer at the heart. We'll close with one breath together, a nice deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Return to your comfortable breath. Gently blink your eyes open. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Thank you guys for practicing with me here today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button right below me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.